There you go. 1996 Evil Dead that I did live at the Comic Con in Chicago. Long time ago, this one. And what can I say? So I was a stand-in. So once in a while they would have people who could do comics or draw stand in when some of the actual artists from different companies were busy, not there for that. They didn't have an empty booth, and so they asked me to stand in one day, and they were promoting some Evil Dead video games. Matter of fact, even Evil Dead Hail to the King didn't even come out yet. They came out in 2000. They had a Evil Dead video game, a really primitive one in like 1984, and then like later on in 1987. So this was 1996. So this was between those ages, and they were developing a game. And so I was out there, and they asked me to do a like a live drawing with has Evil Dead type stuff in it. And here you can see I did like the remember the bridge in Evil Dead 2 that was rising up like a hand. I kind of did that back there. And I did this chick here, like the Evil Dead girls you would see. And I did all this out of my mind, obviously. I was doing, I didn't have any reference. I just loved the movies. We're gonna get you. Remember that one? Not another peep. Swallow your soul. That was Evil Dead 2. And then, I tried to get some semblance of Ash, Evil Dead there. Being as how I was doing that. I ended up doing this in 3.5 hours when I was doing it live at when they had the Comic Fest out there in Chicago. Uh, a lot of people liked it. They kept on asking me about, like release dates for a game and all this stuff, which I had no idea about. I was just a regular dude standing in, just a regular guy, they just asked me to do something while they were out. And I could have been anybody. And I did that. And one guy was freaking out because I was doing it with a liquid paper pen and like four Sharpies. And then he came back, he's like, what the fuck? You did the two giant boards? I go, yeah. He goes, man, you did that while he was out at lunch and talking to his girlfriend and all that shit. And yeah, this was the original one. The original one I used out there. Later on, I added that S Mart in there. It's kind of funny, you know what I mean? The way things age. Anyway, that was fun while it lasted, man. That was cool.